Chip the Rip. We just started out banging on them tables. Damn, now I'm getting calls from these labels. I remember tapping on my desk at school. No diploma, pass proficiency test, it's cool. I'm no fool, passed on the first try too. Lunchroom, battle rapper, any verse I threw was a cannon. And mixtapes was how we heard that new shit. DJ Who Kid, DJ Clue, we was too slick.
What is up, everybody? Tonight I got on Cleveland's very own Chip the Ripper. Chip, how's it hanging?
What's going on, man? I'm cold chillin', man. How are you?
I'm doing good. So basically, what's been up with Chip recently? Just maybe not necessarily on the musical side. I know NMC's got to do something else. So what's been good with you recently on the non-musical side?
Man, I've just been getting used to this transition. I just recently moved from Cleveland, Ohio to Los Angeles, California. So I just been out here, man, just chilling. Got my son out here and just really just trying to focus on being a good new dad, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Just learning the streets and learning the roads out here, man. I had to rely on GPS so much, you know?
Yeah, definitely. It seems like everybody's moving from Ohio to somewhere else, even though like there's a lot of people in hip-hop that come from Ohio. So what was the reason by moving out there? You just want to be out in Cali in the sunshine?
Yeah, I mean, really, the winters in Cleveland are real brutal, man. They can really just tear you down, you know what I mean? So I'm like, man, this winter's coming up. I'm like, man, I'm going to just keep the ball rolling, you know what I mean? Instead of being cooped up in the house all winter, I'm just keep the ball rolling and just go to Cali, you know what I mean? Just keep everything in motion instead of at a standstill during the winter, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. I wish I was out there right now. I'm from Columbus, so it's pretty. I know. I feel your pain, but on the musical side, Tell Your Friends is supposed to be dropping this month. Is this the last one since Gift Wraps?
Yeah. This is the last project since Gift Wraps. It's really gonna be crazy, man. I've been putting a lot of time into it, and just trying to perfect it and trying to just put a little bit of everything into this one, you know what I mean? I try to do a whole bunch of different styles of music. I mean, try to do all I can do, be all I can be. So I try to put every different little style or whatever on this tape, man. So it should be something for everybody.
Yeah, and it's not like it's been a while since Gift Wraps. I was just saying, but what do you think that fans should be expecting from this one, and what kind of reaction would you be anticipating from this drop?
Well, I mean, hopefully, I don't know if you've seen the cover art, but I mean that the expression on my son's face is the same expression I want the listeners to have on their face when they hear the project. Just in total awe, you know what I mean? Like a total wow factor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's really got some joints on there, some stuff that's kind of like, I got some new lingo on there that's on.
Okay.
New in hip-hop, that's gonna change hip-hop, you know what I mean? It's gonna be a part of hip-hop, gonna be a part of rap.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean? And it's just gonna be a good thing, man.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's something that's often lost in hip-hop is like the actual slang portion of hip-hop, and you've always been one of those guys to put in your own little terminology or whatever. But also, I know you're coming out with the mixtape, but I think a lot of fans are wondering, is there an actual studio album in the works for Chip the Ripper in 2012, 2013, something like that?
Actually, there is.
Okay.
We've been planning for the summer of 2012 to release my album. It'll be called Charles Worth. It's my real name.
Okay.
And Cudi's gonna executive produce it. I even was blessed enough to get Kanye on board. He's gonna work on it somehow. And I'm really excited about that. The work is my favorite rapper. You know what I mean? So it's kind of crazy to be able to, you know what I mean? I mean, it's crazy enough. I got projects with Kanye, like I'm on the same album as Kanye West, you know what I mean?
I think a lot of people are, that's their favorite rapper is Kanye West. I mean, obviously.
Yeah, definitely. Just looking forward to working on this album and really just going ham for it, you know what I mean? Just going straight up, just all about the Charles Worth debut album, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. And, you're also up for double XL Freshman of the Year, even though you're far from a freshman. I was kind of confused all about that. I was like, well, hold on a minute. He's been around way before the freshman of 3 years ago or whatever, many years before that. But, if you were to be on the cover, what would that mean to you? Would it mean anything? And do you think that you finally deserve to be on there?
I mean, at the end of the day, it's all for the fans, man. Anything that's gonna get me in a better, opportunity for them to be able to get to me or see me in any kind of way is all good. You know what I mean? It's really for them. You know what I mean? I necessarily, you know what I mean? It doesn't really make or break me or my credibility or how I view myself as an artist. But it's really good for my fans not to have to dig so deep. You know what I mean? To get where I'm at. It's kind of a thing where it can just cross into their world without them even having to look from here. So if I can make it easier for my listeners to get around to me, then that's all good for me,
And also, you're from Cleveland, obviously, and it seems like, I mean, maybe a little bit biased because I live in Ohio, but, it seems like Ohio's always been slipped on hip-hop-wise. But it seems like over the last few years, it's really starting to pick up with, guys like yourself, MGK, Cudi, Stolly, even Fly Union. So, what do you think about the status of Ohio hip-hop right now, and what kind of future do you think that we're looking at?
Man, I think Ohio hip-hop is on the rise right now, and I think it's good that we don't have all of the people coming out of Ohio with the same sound, you know what I mean? That's kind of a plus for Ohio because, if you look at Texas had one of the strongest movements in hip-hop, you know what I mean, to date, speaking as a unit, you know what I mean, like it's them coming together, you know what I mean, besides NWA and those Cali guys out here in Cali. But a lot of the Texas sound was similar, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It wasn't really, it was kind of like all the same. So Ohio, this is really good that we got different guys just doing a lot of different types of music. It's like somehow, some way, you're going to be geared to Ohio. If you don't like this guy, you like that. If you don't like that, you gotta like this. If you don't like none of it, then you just don't like nothing. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah, that's a really good point, because it seems like everybody has, it's not just like a strong movement, it's also got a lot of different types of hip-hop, so you can pick and choose whether you like, yourself or, all the other guys I mentioned, too. And, have you been hitting the studio with any of those guys, or just anybody in general? Who are the guys that you've been in the studio with recently?
Man, really, I just really been just touring a lot, with good. I kind of just recently, within the last few months, just came off a tour and been able to sit in one spot for more than a week.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I bet that's nice.
It's great for me, you know what I mean? But other than that, I kind of just been recording. I don't know, I just kind of just let the stars and the moon align. Whoever I work with, if I work with anybody, I'm not really big on like having a lot of features, but it's always good. You know what I mean, to team up with somebody, you know what I mean, and make some quality stuff. But as far as like guys from Ohio, recently, within the last year or so, I haven't really had the time to really get up with anybody, you know what I mean, like I would want to. But man, in the future, you know what I mean, who knows what the future holds? I could bump into one of these guys out here and we just knock something out, you know what I mean? But I'm definitely not opposed to it at all. It just hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, for sure. And also, I've seen you take pride definitely in being an independent artist, and definitely as you should, but seeing your other like Cleveland counterparts hit up like the big labels, whether it be, Cudi or MGK, do you ever question that sometime down the line that's for you?
Yeah, definitely. I definitely just kind of sitting back and just waiting for, everything to line up and be life changing. Like I've had a few record offers, record label deal offers. But I'm just waiting for that one that's life changing, you know what I mean, that I can just be totally happy with. I don't want to because I know what it feels like to be trapped, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like when I was 19 years old, I was signed to Atlantic Records. And I don't even think anybody who works at Atlantic Records even knows that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like, I've been through that. I've been through the fire first, you know what I mean? I've seen what it's like to be an artist who doesn't own his or her own music, you know what I mean, and can't make money off off my own name. I can't sell a T-shirt with my name on it because I can get sued. I don't own my name. You know?
Yeah.
I've been through that before. I've been through where I record a great record, and then after I record the record and get in my car and drive on the way home, reality sets in that this doesn't belong to me. This isn't mine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like once this record gets out, and if I want to do anything with it, it's got to be overseen, and it's got to be on someone else's time. You know what I mean? So if I'm going to sacrifice all that, it's got to be something that's really life-changing, especially with me having a son right now. You know what I mean?
Obviously, like, you know, creative control is a big thing whenever you're talking about, you know, major labels or whatever. But I think a lot of people nowadays, whether it be Kendrick Lamar or somebody, you know, Mac Miller, somebody who's, you know, actually getting it big time, you know, independently, and you too also, you know. But what is the advantages of being, you know, other than just the creative control aspect of being independent?
Man, I mean, well, one of the pretty cool things about it is, I mean, it's just you control your own destiny. I mean, the work you put in is the work you get out, and the percentages are higher. So if you really bust your ass and just get out here and work, you know what I mean, you'll really see, you know what I'm saying, you can get money like Tech Nine, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who's just murdering the merchandise game and all the other aspects on a level, you know what I mean, where it's like, how's he doing that? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It can be done, you know what I mean? We all got 10 fingers and 10 toes, you know what I mean? We all can get out here and do what we need to do. And I mean, it's definitely good to have that major support, you know what I mean? But especially me, I always view myself as a new artist.
Yeah.
So I never really get that, you know, where I feel like I should be more than what I am. I live by like what it is what it is, you know what I mean? So if I feel like I should be at a higher place, and I'll be at that higher place. So why not just keep working until I look around and I see myself in that higher place. Well,
I mean, you consider yourself as a newer artist, sort of double XL, but, you know, so I guess, like, you're the freshest thing on the block. But, you know, also, you kind of have, you have, like, a unique sound, definitely. You know, like I said, a lot of the Ohio artists do. And I don't know what to call, you know, when I listen to Chip, I'm like, what exactly do you call him? Because it's like, I think it's like a mix between trill, trap, you know, you talk about Texas, you know, the underground even mixed sound inside of it. So, you know, I'm not asking you to give out like any endorsements or anything unless you want to, but, you know, what do you think you get your sound from? Or like, what is that, you know, when you hear that sound, you know, and you're working with your producer and it's like, you know, what is the sound that you always seem to look for when you're doing your raps or whatever?
I mean, I think I really just go for a sound that just sounds, you know what I mean, like it has that sound, that universal sound, but it's still where you can tell it was created from the ghetto, you know what I mean? And it's really like I try not to put myself in the box where like, okay, let's do some down south or let's do some East Coast, some West Coast. I just really where I come from is in the middle of the country, you know what I mean? So we pull from everything, you know what I mean? We pull from the east, from the west, from the south, you know what I mean? We pull from everything and create our own. And it's like, I really just try to, you know, kind of use that. It's not really a formula, but I just try to, like, with me recognizing all different styles of music, it's easier for me to, you know, take the good out of all of them and combine them and make my records that way. You know what I mean? I try to make records that I like to listen to. It's not even necessarily that I'm making records for my fans. It's just, you know, sometimes I don't have anything to listen to. I gotta make something to listen to. You know what I mean? So it's like, I just really try to use all that and keep in mind what's working. You always gotta, as an artist, you know what I mean, if you really want to make money, you know what I mean, support yourself, you gotta be a realist. And with being a realist comes recognizing what's working. You know what I mean? So if you can recognize what's working out, you know, in the music community, or what people are drawn to, what the majority of people like, you kind of take that and incorporate it into your music. You know what I mean? And then with those formulas, that's what I've really been using all the time, and it's been nothing but uphill from when I started. You know.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, anyway, Chip, thanks a lot for joining me tonight on the Mearablog Podcast. Tell your friends this month. Tell your friends to tell your friends, because it's going to be a definitely dope record. And also, tell them how they can get at you.
Yeah, man, holla at me, man. Holla at me on Twitter at Chip216, man. Tell your friends, tell your grandma, tell everybody, man. Tell your landlord, tell your teacher, tell your principal, tell the preacher, tell everybody. You know what I mean? Tell your friends.
Yeah, absolutely. Chip, thanks a lot for joining me tonight. You have a good one.
No, man, you too, man.